It's about to get really serious up in here. Meme Lord Eddie that you know, she can't come to the phone. Why? She's probably jacking off somewhere.
No, God!
We're gonna get a little bit serious today. And by serious, I mean we're reviewing more makeup. Moschino came out with a collection with Tony Moly. I don't have everything here, so we're just gonna kind of go through what I do have because apparently a lot of it was sold out. There were a few really nice things, but those were the ones that were sold out. So I just have to go through the stuff that I did get. I'll say now that the packaging is really nice. All the boxes are this matte black packaging, and it's one of those things where I like want to keep it, but I know I'm not gonna fucking do anything with them. It's full of Gigi Gorgeous and oh wait, hold on, I have to read what's about. So there is one skincare item that is in this Moschino collection sort of thing. It's their Nutra Energy 100 Hours Cream. Monster X, I'm sorry, I keep referring to Monster X, but they're literally the only reason why I'm using Tony Moly. They created an advertisement for this cream, but it's something that they've always had. And apparently it's supposed to keep you moisturized for 124 hours. If you're the type of person that regularly moisturizes anyway, I don't see why you need something that will moisturize your skin for 124 hours. Makes skin look moisturized and plumper with capsules containing fermented argan oil. I know fermented things is like a big thing in K-beauty, Asian beauty in general. Comes with a pump. Ah, it's one of these more like soft, creamy, not really like wet moisturizers. It almost has that kind of like fluffy sort of texture. Oh, that's real thick. It smells very strongly of like the makeup your grandma would use. There might be grandmas out there using Fenty Beauty or something, but it has that like old cosmetic sort of smell. Yes. Lots of ingredients I don't know what are. Fragrance is like, it's like the fourth to last, so it's like at the very bottom, but the smell is quite strong. But my skin doesn't burn, which is good. My microphone is so long, it's like sticking out from the top. I went to Tony Moly twice, and I ended up spending like almost $300. This might sound really weird, but it's almost like the way it feels. It's like a less oily version of like Nivea cream. I like everything about this except the smell. Not the smell is nice, it's just really strong. All right, so there are 2 cushions in the collection. I went to the store, remember I said I went twice? The first time, the only cushion they had was the Chic Skin Essence Pack. The lady looked at me, she's like, oh, you're probably, because there's only 2 shades. She looked at me and she was like,
oh, you're probably like #1 because you're like really pale.
But I was like,
That is not correct.
I guess. I think that day I had tone-up cream on, like all over my face and neck, so I probably looked brighter. And in the store, Tony Moly is a very like white store, so anyone that walks in there is gonna look really like pale. I did test it when I got home though, and I was like, no. So I did go back and I got #2 for both that one, the Chic Skin Essence Pack, and also the Chic Skin Cushion. The one that Wonho was holding in the announcement video for the Tony Moly Moschino collection was a really chic, like black one with like the gold detailing. I think that was the one that was sold out, and apparently the lady was like, oh, it was on Home Shopping or something. And we all know the ladies on Home Shopping, they love their home shopping, so.
살짝 뒤집어가지고 이렇게 밖으로 내면요, 요 느낌.
There was no chance. This is the Chic Skin Pact. What does it say? It doesn't say anything. And we all know how I love going on the internet to check out information. Honestly, the packaging is a little bit childish to me, but it's like quite high quality. It doesn't feel super cheap, and it's plastic, but it's not like the cheap kind of thin plastic. Oh, my favorite. I hate these kinds of puffs. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's a tight fit.
Okay.
It's like the foundation suspended in some sort of like moisturizing essence. Because if you rub here, you can even tell right there. And then right here is like this sort of moisturizing essence. You're supposed to be able to get like a moisturizing base out of using this because it all mixes together when you're applying it on the skin. The Chic Skin Cushion, this is again #2 Chic Beige. A lot more chic than the other one, I think, but the same sort of plastic shiny shit. Yeah, I just think this one looks better aesthetically, and it has this kind of puff, so raise the roof. Here you get this really fancy ass cushion with Moschino in there, and And obviously this one, I think it's still supposed to be like on the moisturizing side, but because of what it is, it's a lot more heavy in coverage. That one also has a fragrance too. I'm sure I'm gonna like this one more just because I prefer cushions. I never was really into the whole like even the BTS one. The BTS one, number 23 that they have of the VT BTS cushion, I like that cushion, but I know there's like a joke that, especially with American beauty gurus, is that cushions are kind of just like water, but essence packs I really think are like super watery, and I'm not really about it. So brightening, wrinkle control, and anti-aging. I think like all KP items say that. 피부 결점을 매끄럽게 커버해주면서 콜라겐 에센스를 발라. They also provide collagen. Oh yeah, this was like, yeah, this was $38. But it was weird because the first time I went, they're doing this thing where if you get like one item, whether it be a palette or a cushion, you get a mirror. So I ended up getting a lot of mirrors. But then I went again that second time to go get a replacement for that cushion because the other one was just too light for me. That time they were giving away refills. So I guess it just depends on when you go. Korea's always been like that though, depending on when you go, the kind of promotions that they're having. But this coverage is really good. It looks super natural. It doesn't look like I have makeup on it. I don't even feel like I would need concealer after that. Maybe for my dark circle? I really like this already. Let's try the, this one. My fave. So for these sorts of things, I do like to kind of, again, pat it on, even it out on the lid right here. Especially because it's in that weird sort of little pattern thing.
What the fuck?
Even though these are both number 2, this one is a tinge bit lighter and also it's more pink, which we all know I'm such a big fan of. It's not bad with coverage, but it's not as much as this side. This side is just looking real good. This one, it's okay. If your skin is not shit like mine, then you'll probably like this for more like those like Glossier sort of girls that love like putting water as their base. But you can still see my imperfections. I'll try to build it up a little bit, just a little bit. I do have oily skin. I'm layering this, but I'm not putting too much. But if my oil starts coming through, it makes me wonder, is it just gonna break down? Because I'm trying to put thin layers, but sometimes if you have more oily skin, just the fact that you don't have a lot of foundation on your skin, it's easy for the oil to just like break it up and make it like disappear. So I layered it and it did give me a little bit more coverage, but it doesn't have the same sort of like smoothing effect as this side. From that, I think I prefer this cushion. It's just more convenient. Oh God, I don't know if you saw that. Woo! This side doesn't do it so much. So that's the other problem with like packed cream foundations. They slip inside around a lot. I'm looking a little bit Flashback Mary, but I think that's because I have all lights. So it's a good, should I just use this lighting?
Yes.
It's a close enough match. I think with blush and contour, it should be fine.
2 very boring minutes later.
Now, this is probably the most interesting part of the collection is the eye palettes. Not necessarily because of the eyeshadow themselves, but the packaging. I mean, I knew this was gonna be extra because it's Moschino, but this is like really extra. They're both 52,000 watts, so they're both $50. They're very expensive, and I know I can't be out because I'm the one that came out with this cushion with Troy Advocate that was more on the expensive side, but for Tony Moly, $52 is very steep, so I'm assuming you're probably paying for the name. Well, it's kind of cute, to be honest. It's like a little wallet, like this gold chain, obviously. Now, I thought this was just a strap you can open and close it, but you can actually just completely take it off. You can even reposition it. So you get this, so that's cute. And then on the inside, you get the actual eye palette. And it's interesting because you can actually take this out. You can take it out, can't take it out. There's this little hook thing in the back where it attached to this, but you can just use this as a wallet. So that's really cute. Although the eyeshadow palette would just be this boring, cheap palette. You're paying for this, really, because this is like the cheapest packaging ever. So honestly, I'm probably just gonna keep it in this because I would never take this. Like if I pull this out when I'm paying for something, people are like, As an eyeshadow palette case, beautiful. That palette was called Love Scenario. This one is Best of Me. It's in this one. This one is a little bit more boring compared to the other one, but it is, it's still nice to look at. Also has a little mirror. Actually, let's check this off. These are the two different color stories, kind of slightly overlapping in like themes. One is just more cool toned with like the purples and things, and the other one is just obviously more warm toned with the reds and oranges on this side. And they both do come with this applicator. One side is like this fluffy brush and the other is a sponge. Sorry for the strange placement of shadows, but this is Love Scenario. I kind of simulated putting on my eyes by putting a base this first because that's literally what I did on my eyes. And then I just used this Picasso brush 206A, which is what I normally use for my eyes these days, to kind of not pack it on, but I dipped into the eyeshadow and I kind of went back and forth a few times. The lighter colors I did have to go in like maybe 2 layers, but between swatches I used this to clean off the brush. But as you can see, they're pretty pigmented. And these are brush swatches. They are, however, not fully accurate representations because you're gonna be layering these eyeshadows probably, so sometimes they might not layer well on top of each other like that Pony Effect palette. Yeah, I think if you take off this color, I really like the colors. Not that this is a bad color, but I feel like I guess that's the pop of color in this palette. But these together are really cute. So this one is Best of Me. You get Bitch. Those two browns, I'm like sister sharding. What I noticed between the two palettes is these shimmers, they have a lot of fallout. And I don't mind too much as long as I can at least get the pigment and shimmer on the eye, but that's something to take note of. If that's really annoying, you might want to even go so far as to maybe do your eyes before you do your base. You can't deny that pigment. She came to play at that Pepsi concert that I went to go see Monsta X, which by the way I waited like 4 hours because they are more popular now, so whenever they're at events they perform more towards the end. Honey, she was standing out there through all, they all perform very well, all the artists, but I was looking at everyone's makeup and literally everyone pretty much had the same makeup is what I noticed. It's pretty much these tones, so if you're into sort of idol makeup or what's hot in terms of idol makeup for these days, I think this would make a good palette. This palette kind of reminds me of colors maybe you would see on Chungha. Actually, I might use this one today. One thing I'm just now noticing is that if you're using this eyeshadow like with the little case, it's kind of like in the way of the mirror. It's a clear lid, so you can see through to the mirror, but if you dip in, you kind of have to close it and then use it. I thought that was really strange. I feel like this is one of those things you would think about when you're designing something like this. What do I want to do? I know there was like a Tony Moly Moschino event, like a launch party. I did not go, I just saw it on YouTube, I think. They did have a demonstration, because one thing I don't really like is when a company, it could be for any company to be honest. I'm still getting things up, people thinking I'm a makeup artist, not a makeup artist. And the ones that have been watching for a long time know I'm, again, not very creative with my eye looks. But I think it would be really helpful to have, like maybe on the website, or the product page showing kind of looks that you can do with the palette. Very few do that, but I know there was like a makeup artist doing a demonstration of the palette at the event, but there was only like a few seconds of what she was doing. Jesus Christ. That brush smelled like ass. Oh bitch, that is fire. And then I'm gonna mix these two colors to use on my outer V. And another thing I forgot that I was gonna rant about, kind of, not really, is in the advertising, I don't even think that they were wearing the palette themselves. Like, a lot of the models had very like deep set eyes. So kind of like mine, but it's kind of like when their eyes are open, they literally see nothing. But in any of the shots, it doesn't look like they're wearing the palette. So that makes it a little bit difficult for choosing whether or not you want to buy it, because you just have to see other people that are wearing it, unless you're already like a big fan of Mosquito and you just want to buy it just because it has his name on it. Too much. That one is so shimmery, kind of looks a little bit tacky if I put too much of that on. I don't know. Like if I didn't have any makeup, this would be a cute like smoky palette. I just have to deal with the fact that any eye makeup I do looks the same on me because I lied. I didn't really try to make this any different from the looks I already knew because that's just not my shtick. It's not completely cool tone, but any colors resembling this on my eyes end up just looking the same. I reviewed this a long time ago. I got like the box from Tony Moly and it had some of their BT Supreme matte liner. And they came out with one with Moschino, but it really is literally the same thing, but with Moschino written on it. It like nothing about it is different. This is black though. I'm not really about that. To shake it though. The line isn't completely opaque. People have different eyeliner preferences, but if you're looking for like super, super black, intense eyeliner, you're not gonna get it from this.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Ugh. Wow, I hated that look. I hated it so much that I didn't even wanna, I just deleted that whole last part. So I redid my eye makeup, but I did it the way I would normally do without trying to be all experimental, even though that really wasn't that experimental. I pretty much used the same colors and then the same highlighter pencil in my Egosai and inner corner, and I actually wore, which I will talk about in a second, the lip colors, and it was just like too much for my face. So I just wore gloss. So the eyeliner is fine, it's just that I don't wear eyeliner, so I don't know why, especially black eyeliner, so I don't know why I wore it. It's an okay liner, it's not bad, but if you're looking for super black eyeliner is not where it's at. Now the eyeshadows do perform decently, they're a buildable color. The only thing I don't like is that there's all this fallout of shimmer on the cheeks if you use the really shimmer, like this one right here, or this one. Point with my pinky. Like the really fine ones, but it still bothers me and I don't like that. So either use a finger and pat, or just do your eyeshadow before your base. If it wasn't for this review, I don't think I would have bought the eye palettes because I feel like I just have these sorts of colors in my collection already. Reds and browns and golds, and I mean, there's like pops of purple, but I have this palette from Lime Crime, and I have this palette from Anastasia, so I don't think I need any more purples. I picked up two of the lip colors, the Cheek Stay Tint M's, and girl, the packaging in these are so fucking extra. Me showing up to the party when the dress code is casual. I have it in two shades. Number 2, Still Heart. And number 3, Mild Rose. I was expecting like long wearing just watery tints, but these are actually more like liquid lipsticks, but a lot thinner. They're not that kind of goopy texture. So, you know, you get a really strong, thin application. For me, the kind of wear test is if I can rub it off easily with makeup remover. And even with makeup remover, I have a hard time, so. Except, it does, if you have fine lines in your lips or wrinkles, it can accentuate that by the end of the day if you're not staying hydrated. So I feel like a lot of liquid lipsticks act like that anyway. So overall, what I got from the Moschino collection, the Nutra Energy 100 Hours Cream. I've been testing this and I like it. I just really despise the smell. It really keeps me from wanting to use this, but I've been forcing myself to use it because I do like how moisturizing it feels. I don't think it moisturizes my skin for 100 hours because there's an almost like, I don't know, it almost feels like there's silicone, or there might be silicone in here probably to get the texture. My skin doesn't necessarily feel super soft. It just feels like it was coated with something, if that makes sense. Once the moisture part of the cream is all absorbed in, I'm left with kind of like this, I mean, if my skin feels smooth, but almost the kind of smooth you would feel from like a primer. So, I don't know. I kind of get the impression that the smoothness that your skin is feeling is from maybe silicones or methicones or something. This cushion, I'm still all about this cushion. I really love the way this makes my skin look. I'm wearing it today. I am wearing like concealer and stuff, but I still like the way it, I really like the color. It's like this really good like neutral that's more on the yellow side, but it's really brightening for my skin tone, so that's what I really like about it. And the fact that I can get away with a really thin layer but still get nearly flawless looking skin, and that it does leave like a real skin-like sheen. This, I don't even bother wearing this at all just because I've always been the type to not like these foundations. So if you're asking me, I don't recommend this. I think what I like from this collection was the cushion and the mirror. Yeah, I have to leave soon, so yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.